Knoxville Regionals are happening February 25th and 26th. I'm going to be going, there's 767 spots right now. There might be more, there might be less as the regional gets closer, but this is going to be one of those huge major tournaments. There was recently a big major tournament in Orlando that Wolf Glick won. This is the next one on the official circuit. So we are going to be going to this tournament. I'm going to be bringing all my memes. These are some of the prizes you can get. Like, this tournament's probably gonna have this many people, so like the winner's gonna get $3,000, a bunch of packs, 200 circuit points you need to qualify for Worlds, and yeah, it's gonna be broadcast live on Twitch and YouTube. Regionals are a blast. If you've never been to a regional, you should definitely go, and if anyone needs more info on this, I'll just leave a link to this right here so you guys can sign up if you all want to go. So that's the link right there to Knoxville Regionals and the signups and everything like that. But we have to build a team for Knoxville, and so I actually think, you know, I should start putting together a team. And this is how I like to prepare for regionals. I like to think around the 4 or 5 cores I'm comfortable with in whatever format I'm going to be building for. This is going to be a Series 2 tournament. And then I like to add like one mon at a time and try to like mix it up and see what that one mon adds to each defensive or offensive core that I'm working with. I think some common cores that I'm comfortable with right now are like Armor Rouge Indidi, not Aracuda. So I'm really comfortable with Armor Rouge Indidi. And I do think that, like, there's a good chance I play an Armor Rouge Indidi core at the tournament, but I think that a lot of people are going to be over-preparing for this core because it is so popular. I think another core that I'm really comfortable with is Sand. Like, you know, Tyranitar, Lycanroc, and Garchomp. That's another core that I'm, like, very, very comfortable with. I really do still like Garchomp. I know a lot of people have moved on from using Garchomp, but Garchomp's one of my favorites, and I do think that the plush game, the little plushies you bring and sit next to your Switch when you battle, is a major part of it, and I have a really cool Garchomp plush, so I would like to use Garchomp if possible. That's another core that I'm definitely, you know, thinking about working around. I think another core that I'm also really comfortable with is, like, a Fluttermane, Torkoal, and like that bulky Spadef Roaring Moon core. So I think that this is another really good one that I'm very comfortable with, like a Pseudo Sun core. Sometimes you can add like Jumpluff or Lilligant on this. And I think that these are really good things that I can pair 1 or 2 mons into and just interject a little bit more spice, right? A little bit more spice into whatever they're working with. So we got to find some spicy mons to work around. Someone says, if I register, is it 100% that I have a spot? Yes. If you register, you have a spot, 100%. But let's go back and talk about, like, what mons do we think are going to be the spice? What is the spice going to look like for this format? It's hard to say, right? I think it's kind of hard to say. I do think, let me move this around just a little bit. 100 bits. Hot take, but Garchomp Shiny is not as bad. It's one of my favorite Shinies. I like Garchomp Shiny. I'm just that weird guy that is a fan of a shiny Garchomp. But, you know, that's just me. I think I like the subtle Shinies. But let's see, what do I want to do? What's one mon that I think absolutely breaks the meta? Let's try and understand what the meta is, right? Hatterene's really good, but I think Hatterene is like, there's a difference, like, you gotta remember, like, I'm going to a regional all full of players who are going to be playing, like, open team sheet, super serious stuff. I feel like Hatterene doesn't fall off at open team sheet, but, like, you're not taking games off Wolf Glick with Hatterene, right? Versus on, like, ladder, it's, like, super good. Let's talk about the meta. Let's take a look at some usage stats. These are the usage stats for Series 2. Fluttermane is the most used mon, then Iron Hands, then Bundle, then Goldango, Amoonguss, and so forth. Right, these are what are popular right now. I'd say anything over like a 14 to 15% usage stats, it will be stuff that you see. So like we can even see Garganicle down here. Still a lot of Dragonite, still a lot of Indidi, Armor Rouge. This is what the meta looks like right now. I think there is one mon. There's one mon that I think picks apart and destroys the meta. And I think it's definitely one that's worth testing around for today. And that Pokemon is... Does anyone have any guesses before we actually get into it? Does anyone have any guesses? And if you know the answer, if you're a part of like my elite team building inner circle, don't say it. What mon do you guys think destroys this meta if built around correctly? Rotom H. All right, so actually, Rotom H is very good. And actually, Diamond, I know you won a tournament with Rotom H the other day. I actually, I built a really sick Rotom H team, and I Rotom H in 2 of my Patreon teams coming up. It's very good. I think Rotom H is good. I think Rotom H is better than what people are using Arcanine for in most situations. Houndoom's okay. I think Houndoom falls off a little bit in terms of like live events, but Screamtail Wolf Form with Scream Tail. Someone's going to be over preparing for it. Klefki, not Klefki. Now, it's a mon that has a good matchup if used correctly against Futtermane, and it has a 100% like good matchup against Iron Hands. Has a good matchup against Bundle. It has a good matchup against Amoonguss. It has a decent matchup against Arcanine if you pilot it correctly. It can totally fight Dozo. It can fight Gargarnacle. Like, oh, are you starting to see like the mon that I'm talking about here? And it's something that's like not used at all. What do you guys think it is? What do you guys think that it is? Because it's a good Pokemon. I give up. Okay, well, I'll tell you what it is. I think it's Bramblegast. I think this Pokemon is very, very, very underrated. Grass Ghost makes it so you can always switch in on an Iron Hands. There's like not a move that they really have to like mess you up that much, and because all the Iron Hands are always vested, you just throw a Leech Seed on that thing and you're just like, peace out, bro. Easy peasy. So I think Bramblegast is really, really good. It gets a lot of good stuff. Wind Rider is an underrated ability. So raises attack by 1 if hit by a wind move or tailwind begins. Wind move immunity. Now, the thing that is weird about this is wind move immunity. What is a wind move, right? There's probably a lot more wind moves than you guys might think. All the wind moves in the game are right here. So, you'd be surprised to know that Blizzard is a wind move. That Heat Wave is a wind move. Armarouge cannot Heat Wave this thing. Very important to know. Hurricane, wind move. So you're starting to see that, like, we can pair this thing on, like, a Sun team and have a complete wall to, like, Pelipper. So, like, we can have Torkoal, and they bring out their Pelipper, and if they want to Hurricane that spot, or Hydro Pump, well, the sun's up, so they can't really Hydro. If they wanted to go for Hurricane, if the rain was up, free switch, bro. So, like, yeah, Killbot and this thing are different. Wind Power and Wind Rider are different. Icy Wind, wind move. Tailwind, obviously. Whirlwind. There's a lot of good wind moves. Very surprising, right? So it's a grass type that has immunities to like all of the things that grass types are weak against. It's like grass Storm Drain. It's so good. But it's not even like grass Storm Drain. It's like grass Pokemon weak Storm Drain. It's just, I feel like this Pokemon is so underutilized, and it has the tech. I think this has the tech, right? So like I was thinking like a set to check the meta, like if you can get around a weakness to Fluttermane, and all you need to do to beat Fluttermane is go like Protect and Tailwind, you outspeed the Fluttermane, now you just bully it, right? Or you can just Terrastalize your Bramblegast and then still check it. So I think this is like a really, really good mon. I'm excited to try it, at least for team building today. But the question is like, what do I want to surround it with to check the meta? The question I think is really, really important. Won't Fluttermane just OHKO with Shadow Ball? Well, like how do you... So the question is, if it were able to hit us with a Shadow Ball, we would probably get KO'd. But like, if we have Tailwind up, we outspeed it, right? So we just gotta get Tailwind up. And you say, what if like they get Tailwind up and we get Tailwind up? Well, then we just have to defensive Terra, right? And that's the answer to that question. Because once their Fluttermane's gone, they don't have anything that checks this, right? So what Terra type? I don't know yet. I don't really know yet. I'm actually thinking like normal, as weird as that sounds, because I really thought about this. I looked at this for a while, and I'm like, what Terra type do we go? I mean, you guys can't see the drop-down menu, but like, you could think like Dark. Dark would be okay. Dark would make it so you 100% check Armarouges that don't have Armor Cannon, right? So there's a bunch of different stuff you can do with this guy. But normal Terra makes it so you don't really ever have to worry about ghosts. Is it fast enough to outspeed Proto Fluttermane? Yep. Well, I think it might be because it's a 90, right? So that's where we go into damage calcs over here. So I already have a Bramblegast over here. I was looking at bundle, and so a bundle with a +1 from a booster, and she goes to 309. And this thing can get to, if we were to make it a Jolly set, Giddy Up 312. So it can outspeed it can outspeed those things. 244 gets it, right? So technically yes, and I think that's like redonkulous. Like that's like really good. So all we would have to really do in that situation is like set up a Tailwind, let them do whatever they want, outspeed, and then just mess it up. So I think that's really cool. I don't know if I want to go this aggressive on it. Obviously, we wouldn't have 252 HP, but like that's really good, right? Isn't that like really good? So like a 244 Jolly set would let us outspeed anything. At that point, you might as well just go 252, so you're not speed tying other 90s, right? You might as well just go 252 at that point. I think you might as well, because like there are other popular base 90s, I think. So let's see what's 90 sorted by speed here. Yeah, it's sorted by speed. So what else is 90 in the format? I mean, yeah, 90. So Lilligant's 90. Annihilate, that's what I thought. Either 90, Annihilate was either 90 or 85. And so, yeah, being able to speed tie Annihilate is very important. Forces Murkrows to be full speed, Jolly, or Timid. Pikachu's also a 90. I'd say that's worth outspeeding. Outspeeding Vivillon 100% of the time is great. Outspeeding Bax always. I'd say outspeeding Lilligant is definitely, like, worth. But outspeeding Annihilate, I think, is the big one. Outspeeding Annihilate, I think, is the big one. So we would go 252 here. And then I think realistically, you want to go as much HP investment as possible, right? You want to go as much HP investment as possible. But like we don't. The cool thing about this is we don't actually have to go any speed if we don't want to. We can just sit on by the fact that like no investment, we outspeed bundles and Flutter Mains that don't have the photosynthesis, right? Or like let's if we have our Tailwind up, we outspeed them even if they get their +1 boost to go to 309. We wouldn't outspeed then, but like we can just soak the damage of defensive Terra. I'm thinking there's a couple ways that we can be playing Brambleghast, right? The couple ways that I was thinking of doing it are, like I said, Sand Core. I think another really good core with Brambleghast, maybe you saw one of the teams down there had it. Like I think that this, I'm not one, right? I'm not the type of player to want to lean into defensive cores that much, but like tell me what's good or bad about this team. You go Brambleghast, right? Great defensive typing, Ghost, Grass, good stuff. And then you go like Arcanine and Grim. Doesn't that look like broken on paper? Like, doesn't that look like it can do anything? If either of these mons get threatened by any types that they're really threatened by, being like, you know, steel or you know, rock or water, anything, or Iron Hands or what have you, you just pivot into the Brambleghast, you have screens up, you're having Leech Seeds, Leftovers, Recovery. Doesn't that seem like stupid good? Like, for mitigating damage, you have Intimidates, you have screens, you have Parting Shots, like, doesn't that just seem like it's way too good not to use? I feel like, though, this could be the sort of situation where we'd be getting ourselves in a bit too deep into, like, having to really outplay people, where realistically for a regional, I think you should usually lean on the... You should lean into more, like, stuff that you can choose to roll people. So, I don't know. I think this core is really good, and then you would throw, like, a Tailwind user, right? There's so many good Tailwind users. Let's just find one. Tailwind. So let's look at some Tailwind users that are viable here. Dragonite's okay. Corviknight's a little bit too reactive, I would say. Best of 3 or 1. It's best of 3 open team sheet. Roaring Moon is probably my favorite because it's technically fast and it can be very good, and it's not like the problem with Roaring Moon is it shares weakness to Grim, but like it would go flying at some point. So like you go Roaring Moon here. Right, and then we have 2 dark weaknesses. Sorry, 2 weaknesses to Fairy here. We don't want any more. And then, like, realistically, you could throw, like... I still think Flutter Mane is a very, very good mon if used correctly, especially if you have Tailwind support. You can use Paradox Pokemon. So I think this team looks good, but then I feel like it might lack some offensive pressure in the late game, and it's tunneled into only being a Tailwind team, which could be an issue. So... it's hard to say exactly what this team would do, because like if I were to go like Roaring Moon Torkoal here, Roaring Moon Flutter Mane Torkoal, I feel that might just end up being like a situation where one of these pieces gets picked off, or I'm forced to trade and I don't want to, and then I just lose. Another thing we could do is like Roaring Moon and go like... not Appleton. And maybe change this Tailwind setter. Because like... that core is busted too. How long's the flight? The flight's like all day. It's all day. But like, doesn't that look really good on paper too? Because you have the beat up potential into that slot that they have to respect. Grimmsnarl gets screens, yeah. So, like, doesn't that seem really good? But it seems like it's doing, like, I don't know, Diamond might, like this team a lot more. Hopefully we get a match. You and Cybertron are the ones who got me back into VGC after 10 years. Well, hopefully I'll see you there. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. I think Bramblegast is a really cool mon, but I think that, like, the more that I try and fit it in and build the team to play defensively, the less I'm going out of my comfort zone, which I don't know if that's the right play to go to a regional with. I feel every single player finds something that they think is, like, really, really good defensively, and then they start making their team really, really able to, like, mitigate damage and play really defensively and swap, and then you just, like, get crit and you lose, and then that's it. What was the last big tournament I played in? I played in Wisconsin Regionals a few months ago, right before Worlds. So I've played in a regional, like, within the past 3 events or 4 events, I've played in one. And I used Wheezing Gigas. But I haven't really try-harded in a regional in probably, like, 5 or 6 years. But yeah, I think Bramblegast is really good. I think this core might be something to be worth building around. But what if we were also to do something like this? What if we were to do, like, Entity Armarouge? Because I'm really comfortable with Entity Armarouge. I think Entity Armarouge is great. Is there any Scarlet and Violet Mon that has Hail Snow ability? I mean, you can use Obama Snow. We like playing a million rounds of Mons. Best to roll early rounds and save brain power. Yeah, I agree. Like, you can just roll those ones early. And one cool thing about Knoxville is that they're making it so all X2s cut. So you actually don't have to win early. You can take losses early and have an easy whole tournament if you wanted to. But what if I went, like, Entity Armarouge, like Flutter, Roaring Moon, and then Torkoal, and then Bramblegast. What do we think about that? What about this variant? This makes it so Rain, which is normally one of, like, Sun's worst matchups, like Entity Sunroom's worst matchups, is now like a your Pelipper doesn't work anymore matchup. You can't Hurricane. You're not raining. Like, Hydro Pump doesn't do anything in the sun. So how about this? You know? So this is basically just an Entity Armarouge Sun Core with additional tools from Bramblegast to, like, unlock, like, the Tailwind side just, like, a little bit more and be a little bit more aggressive. I think this definitely could be better. I think this is probably the best one that I have so far. And the good thing is I have 5 of these Mons, like, in-game with the sets I already want already. I think. Let me go find my sets. I might have to, like, re-EV train a Fluttermane or something. But I have a bunch of really cool sets that are very, very close to this already. Where is my Flutter? Alright, so we need to re-EV train a Fluttermane. But doesn't this seem good? It gets Strength Sap. I don't want to use Strength Sap. I don't want to use Strength Sap. I think Strength Sap's good, but I do not want to use it on this sort of team. I think Leech Seed is actually the better play. Because I feel like Strength Sap gets abused in Open Team Sheet because they see you have Strength Sap and then they just pivot in like a Defiant Mon, and then that's game. That's like literally game. Like 100%. You have nothing there. I've just never been a fan of that move in general. I just don't really... It's just not my jam. I'd rather have, like, Protect Leech Seed. The only issue with this is I'd love to put lefties here, but I will always like running my lefties in my Armarouge. I guess I could run Covert Cloak on my Armarouge, and that would increase my Armarouge's matchup against Garg, and it would increase my Armarouge's matchup against Arcanine, because you can't Snarl me. And then I could still run my lefties here. But, like, would there be a better item to run here anyways? Because it would look something like Seeds... Come on. So it looks something like Seeds. It might go Sash there. Life Orb. Booster. And then, like, it'd be nice to run lefties on Torkoal too instead of, like, a Citrus, but we have Citrus here. Can you explain? For not so good player, why Entity is such a nice room setter. It's not, Entity's not the one setting Trick Room. Entity's redirection. And so we want to use lefties here, here, and here if possible. What if we did something like this? It is Open Team Sheet, but hear me out. I was talking about this the other day in a singles team building session, and I think it's good to still work for VGC. even an open team sheet. So, like, we could lead Flutter Torkoal, Soak and Intimidate, bring back in the Entity, and have Redirection for Flutter main that already has a Photosynthesis active and a Life Orb to just win the game. If they ever KO the Entity, I bring up my Roaring Moon, Protect, pop a Tailwind, win the game. This lets us use back our leftovers on either the Bramblegast or the Armarouge. What is the move? What is the item I want to use on Bramblegast? Because, like, I liked lefties on my Armarouge. I thought it was very good. I thought it was, like, very, very underrated. I don't want to use an aggressive item, and I don't really like Citrus either. I like the lefties here. I don't. What's the other item? Like freaking Big Root. Loaded dice. Oh my gosh, that's nuts. Is there any reason to power herb it? Oh, dude, like, no, like, dude, come on, like, nice wide guard, bro, just, dude, that'd be so sick, right? That'd be so clean. Off, like, a +1 attack boost, like, that would actually be freaking hilarious. Dude, the super feint. You think it's too weak to King Gambit? But, like, this team's not weak to King Gambit, in my opinion. And is King Gambit, like, that's another thing. Like, let's go check the usage stats. King Gambit has a 16%. It is used. But if we were to use Bramblegast and make it, like, a Dark or Steel Terra or something that resisted King Gambit, well, you stick the Leech Seed on there and he's dead. Boots. You don't need boots. You're talking heavy-duty boots? I don't know about that one, Chief. This is a doubles team, so... Here, we're already going to be using a Life Orb. Just Adrenaline Orbit and be like, bro. I don't think we need Covert Cloak here either. Because it's already a Ghost type, you know? There's so many, like, good items that we could put on it. It's just really hard to say which one is the best. Rocky Helmet or Big Root? Let's see what other physical Ghost moves. Let's just sort of by physical. If I can freaking type. So these are the physical moves that it gets. You don't want Shadow Sneak because we're going to have it turned off by the terrain. Weakness policy. Rocky Helmet. I don't think Rocky Helmet is that good here either because we're going to be switching in. But I don't want the Big Root either. Like, the Big Root's, I guess, good on paper. Let's see. Let's just look at the Big Root. Holder gets 1.3 from draining. Oh, it gains more from Strength Sap, too. I didn't know that it worked with Strength Sap. Who else knew that? Is that just me that didn't know that? I'm not going to lie, like that. I didn't know it worked with Strength Sap. So our set would be like Protect, Leech Seed, Strength Sap. Is that good? I didn't know that worked with Strength Sap. So that's like more health restored. That's a lot more health restored. Would Phantom Force even be the move that we want then? Or would we want Power Whip? That's a good question. Like, Phantom Force is great if used correctly. %90 of the time we probably wanted to go like Leech Seed. Leech Seed, Strength Sap, Protect, Leech Seed, Strength Sap, Protect, Leech Seed. Like, Leech Seed, Strength Sap, Protect, Strength Sap, Protect, weave in a Phantom when they're at -2, and then we just reapply the same strat. I like this. I think that's really good. And, like, we hit hard with this Phantom. The only issue is, like, we'd be wasting our Tailwind turns using Phantom. But I like the Phantom Force because it can help us break Wide Guard. And it can help us, like, get a second Protect. Yeah, but we don't... All right, so I was talking about using Strength Sap instead of Leech Seed. This set still has the Leech Seed, right? So, like, I can just Leech Seed a King Gambit, you know? Let's see what other physical moves we have. If I can freaking type again. It gets beat up, too. Gets Pounce. So, we have Seed Bomb. Freaking Trailblaze, bro. Holy shit. I'm gonna try the Phantom Force. I'll try it. Solo Dozo Tatsu? Yeah, like super Solo Dozo Tatsu if you play it correctly. What type would you go? Fairy? Would you even go Fairy? Like, we just have to make it so Dozo at +2 order up doesn't KO, right? I think we just go Fairy and have Torkoal as our pivot. That would just solve it. That means Fairy's the one that we want to use. Is there a type that could block King Gambit, though? Because if we went, like, Dark, right? If we went Dark, King Gambit would just use an Iron Head. But we would outspeed him. Fire? I don't think you go Fire here. Because Fire has so many different weaknesses, like Ground and Rock and stuff like that. We don't want to add those. Let me just, like, I'm in my game right. I'm going to see if I have one of these things. How do you evolve? Someone was saying it was a pain to evolve this thing. I would probably just catch one. I was thinking Water as well, but then we take big damage from order up. And like +2, 1,000 steps, I would just go catch one then. I would just go catch one and then put the EVs on it. Fighting still has the weakness to Fairy. Electric Socks King Gambit and turns flying into a resist. Electric. And it still technically walls like some attacks from Iron Hands. Let's see. Well, the cool thing is we have most of these mons already. I want to see some of the sets that I have here. I'm looking at my Torkoal here. Alright, so let's copy this. Where's that jump left team? Actually, we're going to go copy the jump left team real quick. So we're going to take this team, because this team's almost it already. We're just replacing 2 of the mons. 3 of the mons. Okay, so delete that, delete that, delete that. And we're going to change this to Life Orb. Okay, so Shadow Ball, Decleam, Protect. What is it? Do we want the... I think you do want the Power Gem here. Power Gem. And the set goes to this. Get a boost there, and then we go 148 to make us take less damage from the Life Orb, and then we go a 4-4 split here. This lets us live through... and then we go probably Fairy Terror here for the double dip there. This lets us live a lot of different stuff, and I like this a lot. This is one of my favorite sets on this thing. But it lets us live through other Flutter Mane's Shadow Balls, and we actually get to use 2 attacks still. So we soak their damage, KO them, and then can still use 1 more attack before our Life Orb takes us out. This is the set that I like on this guy, and so we would have Into the Armor Rouge, which we're going to go back and just copy-paste the sets that I already like to use for these guys. Gotta find the team that I have that has them in. Going back to Bramagast, at +2, we already outspeed bundles, we already outspeed pull. I don't actually think we need any more speed, and I don't think we need to like catch things in if they also have like a booster energy proc. I don't think we even need to catch them. We would just trick room those guys. So there's no reason to even have speed. So we want 252 HP, but then we want to make sure we don't die to some very specific things. So let's plug in Fluttermane. Because it's popular, it's the most popular Pokemon in the format. And let's see how much damage we can actually take from one of their Shadow Balls. Like a 252 Timid Shadow Ball. So we're like super dead, but like what if we were to go like that and make it not Jolly? We don't need Jolly. Like maybe a Careful Set. We can not die to that Shadow Ball, which is actually like really, really good. So we can actually take a lot of this out to not die to Shadow Ball. So 204 with careful makes us not die. And if we put most of these points in Spadef, we have strength sap to make their attack lower, so it's actually really good. You make my HP 159. Let's see what it actually looks like. 159. All right, so let's mess with it. You're right. You're right. No, I actually think that, like, that might be tech, but I don't know if that's actually, like... I don't know if that's actually worth it, because your HP stat's so low already. Let's see, though. So 228. And that would make us have to go 228 here. How much more points would we need? It would even be possible to not die to that, is what I'm saying. I guess it still would be, yeah. Just looking at something. Yep, still works. Good call. Good call. So 228 there, we're saving some points. I'm going to put 4 in here. And then, realistically, I don't know how much attack we need. I don't think we actually need any attack. Let's see. Do we just put the rest in defense? Like a 68-4? Don't want most photo random life orb. Well, you would be able to see that in the team preview, and then like in the open team sheet, and then we would just Terra, so we wouldn't die. And then once we take out their Flutterman, we win the game. You know. But I don't think most Flutterman run life orb. Like, let's check what the. I would say maybe half tops, but like it's hard to say. Flutterman item life orb 26%. Why is 159 HP better? And is there an HP rule to maximize leftovers? Leftovers can be good at anything, but it makes it so you take less damage from chip because those take like a 10th. Or like life orb ticks take a 10th. So this is a good spread. I can make that work. This is the spread that I like here. I love the leftovers on this mon. This is just a really, really solid spread. It works good in Tailwind. This is the Entity spread that I'm comfortable using. It doubles into outspeeding Pult, Fairy Terra. I think that's fine. I like that I have Protect on so many of these mons. Good set there. That set makes us take less from Life Orb. All right. Let's play this and try it in some games. This is where the fun starts. We can mess with that. We don't need the points in... Yeah, I think 12's you're right. 12's right. All right, so Persian's actually not bad. There's a lot of unnerves. These are just a weird team. I guess we'll accept because we're like playing with open. And they rejected. Oh my gosh, denied. Let's see. If we just set Sun, though, we should be able to win this. So, like, these two are really good together. Like, Fluttermane Torkoal probably just rolls over a lot of that board. What if we were to go, like, Roaring Moon and not use Torkoal? Like, what if we were to go, like, Roaring Moon and NDD, redirect Tailwind, set up, bring Torkoal in the back to then enable the Fluttermane to go for the sweeps. There's 2 darks over there. I don't want to bring the Armor Rouge. We'll try this. Sorry, what about before I start tweaking the team? What were we saying? Ah, I just move everything. I just broke everything. There we go. All right, so fake out. You could fake out nothing right now, but if I Terrastalize, you could. I'm just going to go for the Tailwind. I don't think you have like a Dazzling or anything weird in there. I don't need to Trick Room here either. I'm just going to Psychic the Persian. Player, hey, dude, we just suck. It's okay. It's okay. Absolutely fine. We got absolutely bodied. This is why, like, you want to play this team for open team sheet. We'll be able to see that coming. Like, obviously, Masquerade can have player of, but, like, it's not the end of the world. And the block, dude. The outplay for days. Good play, though. Double dude, everything's fairy. That's funny. Good damage there, too. Take a life orb tick. You can snarl if you want. Oh, that doesn't work. Not today. Take that out. Yeah, we still have to Deep Gleam here. And we could even go protect Trick Room, but I'll just go for the Follow Me. I think that's probably a fine play. Because we're soak the damage from that. Get the KO. Umbreon's chipped. We enable our Torkoal, and next turn we just go like helping him win the game. Reflex fine. We have Torkoal in the back. They have Persian, and there's still one channel with a Psychic Terrain too. The Persian outspeeds our Fluttermane, but they don't know that. And they're physical. So, like, what could they actually have in the back? Like, Pyro, or we have Power Gem? Sylveon. Dude, they're going to go all in on damage. Let's think about this then. Like, do we want to weave in Protect here and go Overheat? If they go, like, Moonlight, we probably lose, but, like, it is what it is. Tune on your break. Happy to have you. Yeah, almost Mono Fairy, right? Dark Pulse. Nope. You can Hyper Voice. It doesn't kill the Torkoal. We got to hit this Overheat, but, like, good Overheat. That should put it within range. So right now we have a Photosynthesis boost, a Life Orb, Fairy Terra. Go away. Bro! Oh, dude. Dude, that's way too much damage. That's way too much damage. Bro, didn't want that smoke. Dude, refused to share team sheet and got absolutely bodied. Yeah, we still take those. If I ever want to board with, like... So, I really want to try this. You would go Torkoal, Flutter, Roaring Moon. No, we would want to go Roaring Moon first, right? Because what we want to do is make it so they can't doodle. Right? Trying to think of like a situation where we even want to do that. Like, let's see if we even want to activate Torkoal. Like, we can go Roaring Moon in DD. I like that a little bit better. And then we go Flutter to block that slot. And then the last mon we have in the back. I don't know if we actually want Bramblegast here, but it's a good pivot for a lot of those moves. A lot of those mons. I'll try the Bramblegast here. We don't need Torkoal in this matchup. It enables too many of their mons. Okay, so no doodle strats. So I think in this situation, we just go... I mean, you might have Dazzling. So, like, I will Terra and Tailwind follow me. And then next turn, I'll just go, like, Psychic Acrobatics. You could Trick Room if you want. I don't think I'm that afraid of Trick Room with that board. Bramble has a bunch of unused EVs. Oh, you're right, it's 54. Thank you. Oh, no. Sorry about that. It's supposed to be 60 here. We took like one number away and didn't add anything else. Just gonna mess with my webcam for a moment. Other way. Let's see what they want to do. Spore's fine. Imprison! Dude, what are you imprisoning? I thought it was going to Trick Room. Cool, we're good here, actually. Yeah, that's right. So they have Protect. So they have Protect on that thing. So Protect, Imprison, probably Trick Room, and one other set. They're probably sashed. But we're going to find out. We just want to waste these sleep turns. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, no sash. We take those. What do you got? Dazzling Gleam. Good thing we Terra'd, right? Good thing we Terra'd. We do not need this entity to do anything else. We're just burning these sleep turns right now. And we don't want to switch anything yet, because if they bring out the Graphify or whatever, we want to be able to pivot in a Photosynthesis mon, so they can't use Doodle and a hard switch out to Slacking. So it's a good play here. I think it's a good play. I've been known for thinking things are good plays before. Kill a lot like me might be problematic, but we'll see what happens. Like, if I wake up with the Psychic just does way too much, and they have a really low power board, we'd probably pivot out here for Bramblegast. So good. There it is. We're still going to try and wake up, but, like, it is what it is. I could stay in here and go for, like, Acrobatics. I just don't think I necessarily need it. You can't doodle Psychic Train up. You can doodle my Roaring Moon because it's a flying type. Bramblegast. Still asleep. Unlucky. Discharge. Okay. Paralyze yourself. Yeah. Not too bad, dude. Alright, so we don't know this guy's ability, so we don't want to go for, like, anything weird. I think you can just seed it. And we're still going to try and wake up. It's probably sashed competitive. Or, yeah, competitive. I don't think they have the wind power or voltage sword. Yeah, you can't doodle paradox mons. That's why I was going to... Oh, that's what you meant. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. Yeah. And you couldn't doodle here either because it's priority. Leech Seed goes up. Air Cutter. Wind Rider! Wind Rider! Well, let's go, dude. Wind Rider, let's go. Dude, we take those. TY for the attack boost, my guy. And we're going to wake up this turn, so I guess... Like, dude, you can't do shit, bro. You ain't got nothing out here, man. There's no reason to even reverse it right now. Oh, dude, so good. So good. Dazzling Gleam, go nuts. We wake up this turn. This is good damage here. It's going to get killed by Leech Seed. Phantom Force, dip, discharge, blocking it. Bob and weaving, moving, grooving out here. Let's get that Leech Seed value, boys. Oh my gosh, this set is so good. What are you going to do, huh? Moth? Alright, so we land last. So we want a Phantom Force and Protect. Phantom Force, or Protects in prison, duh. Wait, he doesn't have it in prison. That's weird. Either way, right? We just Psychic that thing then. Because we underspeed them. And we just kind of wait out their Trick Room. Thanks for the Trick Room, buddy. Our Fluttermane might actually be slower than their Moth here, too. Big damage from this. Look at this. Phantom Force. Boom! Heat Wave. Wind Rider! Dude, see what I mean? Like, do you see it? Dude, these people just, they don't know. They don't know. They do not know. Alright, we're slower than them, too. Like, dude, I'm a plus. Oh, man, that's so good. Ah! Right? Come on. This team's so good. Wind Rider for the win, dude. That guy, only like 2 moves they even used were... Oh my god, it's so much. Yo, Pam for the gifted sub. Yo, thank you so much. Gifting a sub. We're a 10th of the way there. We are a 10th of the way there to get the sub goal to make it so I don't lose money going to the regional. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, it stacks. Wind Rider gives you a +1 attack boost every single time a wind move happens. And there's a lot of wind moves in the game. Okay. Blissey. Dude, not like this, see? Oh my gosh. Dude, oh, dude, the Leech... One Leech Seed and Blissey's done. One Leech Seed. You're done. Let's see what they want to do here, though. Let's see it. Let's see Accept. Because we want to see what they're using, you know? I would like to see their sheet, because, like, realistically, I think that, like, these two are really good here. Yeah, we're immune to wind moves, and we get a +1 attack boost off of it. If we set Tailwind here, we win. So, like, Entity Roaring Moon with Tailwind's good. How's the team going? We've won every game. We got, like, 3 Wind Rider procs last game. I think these two are good. Entity Roaring Moon seem very nice together. And I think you like the Entity because, like, it sets the Psychic Terrain to make sure you don't just get melted by Dragonite. I'm going to go with those two. And then I'm going to go... Fluttermane's weird here. I'll try the Flutter. And we're going to bring Bramblegast because they won't show the team sheet. Masquerada. Dragonite. So they can go Icy Spinner. And Knockoff makes it as less damage. So it's one of the reasons why I like this set over, Knockoff. We take less damage. Oh, God! That's banded. That's banded. That's banded. Why are you so banded, bro? Have you ever seen anything so banded in your entire life? Holy shit. Normally, that would not do that much. But I think we're okay here. I don't think they KO us there with E-Speed. Yo, is that 2 more subs? Appreciate it. You're so banded, bro. I know it. Yeah. El Bando. Oof. We take those. Thank you so much for those subs, yo. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's helping out a whole heck of a lot. Let's see what we need to do here. I don't think there's a problem with, like, a very defensive play. If we get this thing off the board, Bramblegast beats the Goldango. So, like, I kind of want to go double protect to see what their strat is, but I also kind of want to double into this guy, and if you go for that make it rain, we would lose. So, like, I'm going to go double protect, and then I'm going to punish the one that protects. Make it rain. Okay. That means we could have just Shadow Balled it and Fiery Dance. So they're splitting it up. Cool. They're choiced. That's the only reason why you would make that play. I like that Showdown says this. It remains flying type. It's good to know. And we just take those wins. Dude, they got Sludge Wave. Dude, that should be a win move. Alright, so just reapply Tailwind. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Say it again. And then we win. Got him. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I can put more points in defense on armors too. I just don't really want to. Alright, so Dozo and Iron Moons. Or sorry, Iron Hands. I think it's a good one to go Bramblegast, right? Yo, DJ Chocolate. Yo, going with the big sub. Prime. Appreciate it, friend. Appreciate it. Let's see. How should we deal with Dozo Bozo out here? I think Roaring Moon's still good. It's great versus like most of those. And we can pivot to Bramblegast if we need. Let's see what happens here. We want to bring this in the back and pivot it in. So it's like, that's a good, what about just like realistically, what if we went like Roaring Moon, Indeedee, Bramblegast, Armarouge. Sorry, Fluttermane. Let's try it. Fluttermane, okay. And Moth. So we would just go redirect, Tailwind, bring out our Fluttermane and win. Speed boost, boys. Alright, so we have to Terra here, so we don't die. And we can actually just Trick Room them, huh? So just like a protect Trick Room, right? That might work. I'll try it. It might work. I'm gonna try it. I think this is a fun way to test this one. So Acid Spray, block, boys. Dazzling, not doing it. Not doing it. Let's go. We can get that thing off the board, I think. I don't think we need a Terra yet either, but I will. Protect there. I'm happy that we Terra'd. Yeet! That's one down. Now let's protect on cooldown on that Moth, which has a psychic weakness. The Dozo Bozo making its presence known, though. We check it with Bramblegast. We just have to safely get Bramblegast on the board. So that means I don't want to pivot out here and lose my Sped F boost. We don't need Sped F boost versus Dozo. So it's like we just pivot in Bramblegast and go for a follow me here. And then we bring out something protect, put up the Leech Seed, and just win. There's a Tatsu. Yeah, you don't want to take the bait into that slot. There's no reason. We could have psychic the Dozo, but oh, dude, we didn't even get punished for this. We didn't even get punished for this. Leech Seed's up. See if I still have my Fairy Terra. That'd be so sick to use here. We can just go follow me, I think. Just take the Entity L. Dragon Terra. We gotta hit this Leech Seed. There we go. We underspeed you too. Sub! Oh, the Leech Seed before the sub! Oh, dude! Oh, that's so value. That's the most valuable thing I think I've ever seen in my life, TY. Bro! Dude, we are out here. It's attack boosts. Okay. Protect. Bro, I got Phantom Force, dude! Alright, that goes down. If we break the sub, I think we're okay to start using flying here. We gotta go Flutter, I think. Phantom Force should hit behind us, so that'd be sick. Okay, I made the right play. Dude, 2 of those didn't break that sub. That's actually really bad. That's like really, really bad. He's gonna wave crash that. I don't think I can Strength Sap right now, right? And it's like really, really big. It's max attack, so like Strength Sap's never gonna get anything. Critical hit, ow. But we're dead anyways. And then Phantom Force. And then all we need to do is play a little bit more defensively and we should be able to get it. You're going to have to hit this or this. Like, you want to order up something. Yeah, it doesn't work. 3 of them. All right, 1 more turn of defense. You're going to... I have to double protect. I have to hit a double protect. Oh, I got it though! Ah! The degeneracy! Yo! Dude, we're out here playing. We are out here playing! Get that moth on here. Phantom Force plus Power Gem. That's funny. Sub Dozo is hard to beat. Icy Wind! Oh, dude, they missed so we don't get the Wind Rider. That sucks. Heat Wave. They missed! Dude, we would have got double Wind Rider procs. We would have gotten double Wind Rider procs. Unlucky. Phantom Force, decent damage. What do you got? Alright, so in this situation, dude, if that's how they're going to play it, like, we just do this. Icy Wind, Wind Rider, let's go. That's a +1. Heat Wave, that's a +1. Oh my gosh, dude. The Wind Rider. Fanties. Doesn't really matter. Both your mons outspeed me already, so you might as well try and go for more protects. We get a second double protect! Dude, we didn't even need it. We didn't even need it, man. People do not know what Wind Rider does. Oh my gosh, dude. Wind Rider busted. Busted. I'm gonna try these. These aren't right, but I'm gonna try them. Alright, this totally works for me. I like, look at this board. This is such a cool looking board. Do we want to trick him? We do not. One Pokemon want to come back in DLC. I want Yamega. Or Butterfree. Yamega or Butterfree. Let's see if they pivot. No problem if they pivot. Nice protect. I like that from them. Expanding Force. Good expanding Force. So that's a good trade. Awesome. So they're going to go Bed Knight. Flip turn, bring it out. Show me a pivot. Huge Runner, how's it going? Pivot one's good though. I just like Butterfree. Pivoting there. Gastro. Nice. You like these. You like these? Heat Wave. We missed on the Iron Hands, dude, but I made the right play. And then the Overheat. Free pivot. Get out of jail free card out here. We got the Flutter Mane at home. Activate ability. Form of Dunzo. Ruin everything. Let's think about what we need to do to win this one. You could fake out me if you would like. Not Heat Wave, that's how we lose. This should just KO the Gastro. Go look at Knoxville. Hopefully we win. This guy's like, no way, man. If only we hit that. If we hit the Irons with that Heat Wave, they would be so done. But they're looking at this board, they're like, bro. The pivots are so strong. You have a Palafin in the back, which is really good here. But like, I think we have enough tools to wall it with Bramblegast. These two plus Sarrow Edge and Palafin. Bruh! Yeet. Yeeted. Dude, that's so much damage, though. Like, I'm not wrong, right? That's, like, absolutely bonkers damage. I want to see what they're going to do with the, I want to see if they Terra with the Armoration of Grass or something. Water Terra. Cool. That's really good for me. I like this. Wide Guard. Awesome. Awesome. Jet Punch. Nah, fam! Bramble gassed. You got gasted. Oh, dude, it's so nice. Okay. Jet Punch might KO in the sun. No, we're too thick. We have a really, really thick set. Dude, this team is so good. This team is just so freaking good. Full heal every turn. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, what do you even do? What do you even do? You ain't got nothing. Jet Punch? Dude, you could just Jet Punch till the cows come home, man. We're just going to be chilling out here. We didn't even Terra. Torkoal's just thick out here. You actually do this. In case they want to go after the Torkoal, because they can't. We didn't want them to hit the Bramble Gas when we land. Doesn't really matter. We can just win with this. You want to punish in case they rest or something weird. Cool. Easy. I mean, we would already be showing open team sheets, so we just take the win. Awesome. Dude, this team is so good, right? This team is so freaking good. I love it. I love everything about this.